Okay, learners, now we may start another session. Now our discussion is about residential status of individuals. We may discuss about residential status of individual. As per section 6 of the Income Tax Act 1961, you have to first of all understand what are the basic conditions with respect to residential status of individual. First of all, we may discuss about basic condition. If an individual has satisfied one out of two basic conditions, then he is said to be resident in India in any previous year. Okay, there are two basic conditions given in the section 6 of the Income Tax Act 1961. If an individual has satisfied in any one of the basic conditions as per section 6, that is known as to be resident in India. Okay, then what is the first basic condition? First basic condition is that if he is in India in that year for a period or periods amounting in all to 182 days or more, if he has stayed 182 days or more in India, then we may say that that individual to be resident in India. Okay, then there is another basic condition. Second basic condition, having within 4 years preceding that year been in India for a period or periods amounting in all to 365 days or more. Is in India for a period amounting in 60 days or more in that year. That means if an individual has stayed 60 days or more in the relevant previous year and he has stayed a total of 365 days or more during 4 preceding previous years, during 4 previous years preceding to the relevant previous year, we may say that he is resident in India. To conclude, to get a status of resident, an individual has to be satisfied one of the two basic conditions. He may either satisfy basic condition 1 or he may satisfy basic condition 2. No need to satisfy both the basic condition. Okay, but there is an exception to basic condition 2. What is the exception? In the case of an individual being citizen of India who leaves India in any previous year as a member of the crew of an Indian ship as defined in clause 18 of section 3 of the Merchant Shipping Act 1958 for the purpose of employment outside India, the provisions of subclause B shall apply in relation to that year as if for the words 60 days occurring therein, the words 182 days had been substituted. That means if you are a citizen of India and you live in India in any previous year as a member of employee of an Indian ship, then you have to satisfy the above basic condition 1 to get a residential status of resident. To become resident, if you are a citizen of India who lives in India in any previous year, you have to satisfy basic condition 1 to become a resident in India. Okay, then there's another exception to the above basic condition 2. What is it? Then we may discuss. Then please note it. Being a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin within the meaning of explanation to clause E of section 115C, who being outside India comes on a visit to India in any previous year, the portions of subclause B shall apply in relation to that year as if for the words 60 days occurring therein, the words 182 days had been substituted. That means if you are a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin within the meaning of explanation to clause E of section 115C, and you comes on a visit to India in any previous year, then you need to follow a basic condition 1 to get a residential status of resident. To become resident, if you are a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin, and you comes on a visit to India in any previous year, then you have to satisfy basic condition 1. Then basic condition 2 is not applicable to you. Okay, if you are a citizen of India or a person of Indian origin comes on a visit to India, then you cannot get the benefit of basic condition 2. That is the relevant point. Okay, now it is clear. Okay, then another status, non-resident. What is non-resident? If you cannot satisfy either basic condition 1 or basic condition 2, then your residential status will be non-resident. Okay, if you cannot satisfy either basic condition 1 or basic condition 2, then your residential status in India in the relevant previous year is non-resident. Okay, then there is another status, that is resident and ordinary resident. What is resident and ordinary resident? If a individual satisfy one of the basic condition and 2 additional condition as per the Income Tax Act, then the status of that individual is resident and ordinary resident. Okay, to get a residential status of resident and ordinary resident, you have to satisfy one out of 2 basic conditions and 2 additional conditions. Okay, then what are the 2 additional conditions? First additional condition, he has been resident in India in at least 2 out of the 10 previous years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. I may repeat again. He has been resident in India as per section 6.1. We have already discussed about it. In at least 2 out of 10 previous year immediately preceding the relevant previous year. And second additional condition, he has resided in India for a period of 730 days or more during 7 previous years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Okay, if you can satisfy one of the basic condition and the 2 additional condition, then your residential status will be resident and ordinarily resident. Okay, now due to COVID-19, the Income Tax Department has issued a circular on May 8. As per circular issued on May 8, you have to make certain adjustments while computing residential status in the assessment year 2020-2021. Okay, please look at the PPT. I may explain. Individuals who came to India before 22nd March 2020, but they were unable to leave India on or before 31st March 2020. Then the period starting from 22nd March to 31st March shall be excluded from the number of days stayed in India for the purpose of computing residential status in the assessment year 2020-21. Likewise, persons departed on an evacuation plane on or before 31st March 2020 due to COVID-19, then period starting from 22nd March to 31st March shall be excluded from the number of days in India while computing residential status of that persons in the assessment year 2020-21. Likewise, individuals who are quarantined on account of COVID-19 on after 1st March 2020 and left India in an evacuation plane on or before 31st March, period beginning from the first day of quarantine and ending with the day on which person has departed India on an evacuation plan has to be excluded in computing residential status in assessment year 2020-21. Likewise, individuals who were quarantined on account of COVID-19 on or after 1st March 2020 and could not leave India on or after 31st March, period beginning from the first day of quarantine and ending with the 31st March 2020 has to be included in computing residential status in assessment year 2020-21. Okay. Now we may continue our discussion in another class.